this. In the prep 3 there are two parts. Prep 3 is about overview of business analysis concepts. Okay, so in this business analysis concepts, like you will be going to see few things. So it is like a technical concepts. Okay, and now the prep 3 part 1, the first part. So in this there are two parts. So now you are going for this prep 3 part 1. Okay, so in this prep 3 part 1 we are having few things. So the first thing about you need to draw a use case diagram about payment. So the question is like a customer can make a payment either by card or by wallet or by cash or by net banking. Okay, so you need to draw a use case diagram. So I think in the prep 1 part 2 session itself, I have shown a few videos, YouTube channel videos, to go through uh, how to draw this use case diagram and activity diagrams. Okay, so again, if you want to go through YouTube videos also, in the end of the session I will be explaining you where you can find the videos from the COEPD. Okay, so here you need to draw the use case diagram by using MS Visio or else draw.io, so which is available for you, you can use that. Okay, so here they asked about the payment. So the payment is they can do with by using COD, cash on delivery, or else net banking, or else UPI or wallet, and the next one is like cards, debit or credit. So you need to showcase only the payment thing by drawing the use case diagram. Okay, so like this you can draw use case diagram. Okay, and here you need to use generalization. Okay, so remember, so if you don't know about generalization also, don't like like you will be get to know in this when you are going through the YouTube videos. Okay, yeah. And coming to this, what is boundary classes, controller classes, and entity classes? Here, the boundary class is used to handle interaction between the system and the external actors. Okay, so here remember, guys, in prep 1 part 2 itself, we learned about the three-tier architecture. So in the software, they have chunk the application into three layers. One is like a presentation layer, and the other one will be the application layer and the data layer. So in this three layers, the first one, it will be a view for the customer, and he will be entering whatever he wants. So in this presentation layer, it works as a like a, middleman between the application layer and the user. Whereas the application layer, it acts like a middleman for the data layer and the presentation layer. Okay, and data layer, it gives the data, whatever the data the user needs. Okay, so in this, in the same way, they are asking about boundary classes, controller classes, and entity classes. So boundary class is used to handle the interaction between system and the external actors. Okay, and whereas this controller class, it acts as a intermediates between the boundary and the entity classes. Okay, and this entity class is represent the core data and business logic of the application. So in the same way, what about the tree tier architecture you have learned? It is somewhat similar. Okay, boundary class, it will be interaction between system and the external actors. Controller class, it will be intermediate between the boundary and entity. And entity class, it represents the core data and business logic of the application. Okay, so you need to know about these three things. Next, the domain model. So this domain model is a conceptual model, comes conceptual representation. So it defines the structure of structure, relations, behaviors of entities within a specific problem domain. Okay, so here you can find out the customer, what the customer will be doing. So the customer, he will be doing the payment, and he will be using the net banking services. He will be getting the authentication. So for the particular customer, so like here you can find out, like this is one example. So he will be having one bank location, sorry, one bank account. Without bank account, what like account also, there will be one database. So that account database is like account number, type, account holder name, balance. So like one customer, one with one primary key, we will be having these many things of the database. Like when you like when for example, when you need any data from the database, so you have only the customer ID. With that customer ID, we can retrieve these many things. Okay, so it will be like shown for a specific domain. Okay, so domain model is a conceptual representation that defines the structure, relations, and the behaviors of entities within a specific problem domain. Okay, so next, coming to this next question, like sequence diagram. So this sequence diagram is actually not drawn by the business analyst. So it is actually drawn by the software people, like developers people. So in this system, like in this sequence diagram, so it will be showcasing like how this process operate with one another. Okay, in like for example, here we are having the this customer net banking services, right? So the customer, he will be initiating the request for the net banking services. So the net banking services, it will be like authenticate with the customer details with through the bank, like with the bank. If okay, then it will be process the payment, and like he will be receiving the like whatever the payment confirmation. Okay, so in between, like validate payment details, deduction of amount, process payment to receipts bank, and payment confirmation. And then at last, from the bank, you will be getting one confirmation payment that you have done with the payment. Okay, so like this is how you can represent the sequence diagram. Actually, that sequence diagram, the interaction between the like actors, and interaction between primary actor, secondary actor, you think in that way. Okay, so in between whatever the work is going on, it will be representing. So actually, like whatever the work is done in the back end, so you will be not knowing, right? So like we are the like think as we are the customers. So whatever the like things are going on in the back end, we don't know about that, right? So how this ATM machine works, we don't know about that. Just we are inserting the card, and we will be checking our balance, and we will be taking out the money, right? We will be we will be doing the withdrawal. So in the back end, whatever the things are going on, we don't know. So the only the developers knows about that. So the developers will be like creating one diagrams to understand, like to get understand for the other developer when they want to change any things in the application, like that. Okay, so as a business analyst, we need to know about the sequence diagram. Okay, so like how they are representing the actors, and how these interactions are going on. Okay, so this is how you will be drawing the sequence diagram, right? And coming to the conceptual model, so conceptual model is nothing but high level representation of a system. Okay, and actually it very like it helps to understand the visualing, and communicating the essential aspects of domain. So whatever the domain model is there, so like you have seen this domain model, right? So in the same way, that this conceptual model is nothing but it is like high level representation. So in this high level representation, the key elements of conceptual model, like entities, attributes, relationship, so it will be showcasing like customer, product, order, and payment. For this payment only, this technical whatever the questions are there, they have given example for the payment itself. So in these entities, like we will be having the customer, product, order, and payment. For attribute, customer ID, name, email, phone number. And the relationship is nothing but a customer places a order. Okay, so a customer have the payment, right? So here also, like it will be representing like one to one, one to many, like that. Okay. For example, the customer, he will be ordering, like he will be ordering like one item, for example. So the customer will be ordering only one item. He can order one time, and he can do the payment only one time. Okay. So the customer can do the payment one time, right? And customer will be having only one bank. Whereas if it is failed, the customer can do several payments, right? A customer can do several payments, but he will be doing the payment with one bank only. With bank one bank, he will be going to do several payments, like two or three, four, how many payments he want, he can do. But the customer will be using only one bank account. With that one bank account, he can do how many payments want he want. And ordering also in the same way, the customer will be ordering several times. When this order is going to happen, then the payment will be also going to happen, right? So it will be like showcasing like how much entity, like sorry, how these entities and attributes and their relationship, one to one, one to many, many to one, many to many, like that. Okay. And coming to this MVC, MVC is nothing but like a model view controller. It is like a framework. And previously we discussed about three-tier architecture, right? In the same way, the view, it represents the presentation layer of the application, and model, it represents data and business logic layer, logic of the application, and controller, it acts as a intermediary between the model and the view. Okay. So in the same, like whatever the three-tier architecture does, this MVC also, it will be it will be following the same thing. But here few changes are there, like a controller, it will be acts intermediary between model and the view. Okay. And BA contributions in the project. So whatever the contributions are there for the BA for waterfall model, so all stages you will be going to write down like activities, and what are the resources you have used, and what are the things you have done. For example, like in this requirement gathering. Okay. So in this requirement gathering, what you will be doing, the activities, you will be gathering the requirements, and you will be conducting meetings, like you will be using the illustration techniques. You will be preparing the BRD, like FR, functional requirement document, non-functional requirement documents, like functional specification document, business requirement document, business case document. Like before, like when the project is initiated, you will be you will be preparing the business case document. Okay. So you will be writing down for each stage. So in this pre-project, like you will be going for this feasibility study. Okay. For in this planning, you will be going for this gap analysis and risk analysis. Okay. And SWOT analysis and project initiation. So you will be going for the whatever the things, like business case document. And requirement gathering, you will be gathering requirements and all these things. And for requirement analysis, you will be going to you will be going to do activities, like analysis part, like you will be preparing a few documents. Okay. And for design, you will be going to, like in this analysis, you will be preparing the use case documents. And the design part, you will be going to design few use case diagram prototypes, or else mock-ups, whatever, wireframes, activity diagrams. And development part, you will be tracking the each and every requirement, and testing also in the same way. And then last, UAT. So whatever the activities you are going to be doing, and what are the resources, and whatever the things, artifacts you will be going to do, you can write down here. Okay. And coming to conflict management. So the conflict management is nothing but a disagreements between the individuals or group of people. Okay. So for example, the developer, he will be having a issue with the other developer, or else a team lead, he is having an issue with the developers team, or else testing team. So in software, there will be one rivalry, like it is like a competition, like whatever the developers they have developed, they have written the code in a very good way. The testing people, they will be testing and they will be finding out the bugs, like small bug also it will be considered. So like developers will be getting the headache with this testing people. So there will be some conflicts occur in between them, or else the conflict occur between the technical team and the client team. So client want in a different way, but the technical team, they will tell if we are going to do in this way, there will be some issues in the future, because then they are they have done few project, right? They know few things better than the client people. So here the conflicts occur. So here you need to do one management, you need to overcome this conflict between them. So for that you will be using the Thomas Kilmann technique. So there are 5 steps in this common Thomas Kilmann technique. So what will be these steps identify the conflict, discuss the details, okay, and sorry, just a minute, guys. So you will be identifying the details, agreement with the root problems, discuss the details, agree with the root problems, check for every possible situation solution for the conflict, and negotiate the solution to avoid future conflicts. So here we will be having these 5 steps, okay, and there will be one diagram. You can draw that diagram. So go to Google and search about the Thomas Kilmann technique. You will be get to know in more detail, okay. And reason for the project failure. So you need to write down the reasons for the project failure. These are the reasons: poor planning, unclear objectives and requirements, and the risk management and poor communication, scope creep and lack of stakeholder engagement, and resources constraints and technical challenges. These are the reasons for the project failure. So you need to write down. If you know a few more reasons, then you can write down there. Okay. And the next question is about challenges faced in a project for BA. Whatever the challenges you have faced, okay, as a BA, you will be going to write down like unclear or change requirements, managing stakeholder expectations, and scope creep and scope management, time and resource constraints, quality assurance and testing, documentation and knowledge management, technology constraints and complexity. So these are the things that the BA will be facing, like challenging way. So if you know few more things also, you can add to that and you can write down. Okay. And coming to this document naming standards. So in this document naming standards, it is like a particular process we need to follow. For example, so you are doing with one project, so the project ID will be project 123 and document type, that if you are going for this requirement specification document, though you need to name this as REQ, or else RSD also, or else actually SRD will be mentioning. So specification document, okay, like a requirement specification document, and version, whatever the version is going on for that application. If it is they came up with another few more updates, then it will be, the version will be becoming 2.0. So for now 1.0 is a version, and whatever the date you need to, and you need to mention this project name without any gaps in between, okay. So for example, for this project, like project PROJ 123, and you can use this dashes, okay, and or else underscore, and REQ underscore 1.0, like version and the date, okay. So it will be actually it is used for unique identification, oh, this is uh, like uh, requirement specification document. We will be getting to know when it is started and what is the version of that. So for that unique identification, we will be naming the documents in this way, okay. And coming to do's and don'ts of business analyst. So what are the do's are there, what are the don'ts are there. So coming to don'ts, never say no to the client. There is no word as by default. never imagine anything in terms of GUI. And coming to this, don't interrupt the client when he is giving you the problem. Never try to give solution to the client straight away with your previous experience and assumption. Actually, like uh, this previous experience and assumption is nothing but, so like if you are a fresher, there is no experience, right? So like don't think that kind of experience, okay? Like think about if you have faced, like now you are using one application, for example, you are using this Amazon application or else Flipkart application. So with this Flipkart application, you got some issues as a customer, okay? So like directly you don't like tell about these are the issues we are facing, like whatever the things you have faced in before, okay? So this experience is about whatever the application you have used, not about the BA, like BA experiences. Okay, so few people they think like BA experiences. If you are fresher, how come you will get the experience, right? So don't think in that way. And do's, like consult an SME for clarification in requirements, and go to the client with a plain mind, with no assumption. Listen carefully and completely until the client is done, and then you can ask queries. Okay, try to extract maximum leads to the solution from the client himself, and concentrate on the important requirements, and question the existence of everything. Whatever the questions are there, you will be asking there. Okay, these are the do's and don'ts. And coming to this packages and subsystems. So packages is a collection of components which are not reusable in nature. Okay, like application development companies work on packages. And coming to subsystems, the collection of components which are usable in nature. Like product development companies work on the subsystems. Okay, so I think you got to know the difference, like what is package and what is subsystem. So this package, so this is like a application that only the user can like use that application, and like he will be getting the whatever the things he wants. Like for example, uh, we'll be having few applications like only the user can use that applications. So like for example, like Facebook is there. Facebook is like a application, so only the users they can use that Facebook application. Whereas this subsystem means like it is like a reusable thing. Like reusable thing means like another organization people also can use that whatever the product they have designed. For example, we will be using this Google. So Google is providing the Google domain for the other companies. So like Google Meet and the Google accounts. So this Google is providing to them. So with that Google domain, they are they are purchasing that Google domain, whatever the Google products they will be using there. Okay, so like it is like a premium thing. Okay, so this is the difference between the package and the subsystem. And coming to this camel casing and its uses, so this camel casing is a naming convention used in the computer programming. Okay, it is used for naming variables, functions, and identifiers. For example, camel case, and you can see the other example also, camel case example, right? So in this camel case, first word starts with a lower, and the last word, like for example, so we will take one example for of in this call itself. So we will take one example. So this Biswajit is there. Moha Patra, Mohapatra, Mohapapatra. Okay, this Biswajit Mohapapatra is there, right? So here you can you can mix that name Biswajit Mohapapatra, but here when it comes to Biswajit, so this B is there, right? You can use the B as capital letter, and the remaining words ISWAJIT, it will be become small letters. And when it comes to the another word like Mohapapatra, so the M will be the capital letter and remaining will be the smaller letters. Or else you can use in this way. In this Biswajit, the B will be the small letter and M will be the capital letter. So in the two ways you will be using this camel casing. Okay. So in this way you can use the camel casing. Either the first letter will be the small and the next letter will be the capital letter, or else the first letter capital and the like first word first letter capital and the second word first letter capital. Okay, you can use these kind of things. Coming to development server and what are the access does business analyst. So this development servers refers to dedicated environment or server that is used for software development process. So there are like servers we are having. So in this servers only, the developers can write down the code, and testing people they can write down the testing people they can test in that server only. So by using that server only. Okay. So this server is like about a product based company. Okay. They will purchase this product for writing down the coding part and the testing, doing the testing part. Okay. So here, like BA, as a BA you will be getting access for only few things. In the developers team, they will not let you change the code because you don't know about coding itself. So just you will be checking their code, like how the code is written, and you will be getting the access only for viewable access only. So it is like a readable access only, not for reuse, that usable access. Whereas for testing also in the same way, just you can after testing is completed, then you can go for, you can also use that dummy application or whatever it is. Okay. So here you will be getting access only for limited things. Okay. So in this development server, the development people will be writing down their code, and the testing people they will be like uh, testing whatever the development people are done with the development. Okay. So, I will give one example like Postman. So, this Postman is a server. There, they can developers can write down their code, and the testing people they can test there itself. Postman. So if you want to search the Postman, you can go through it. So you will be getting to know what is about the Postman. Okay. So data mapping. So data mapping is the process of connecting data from one source to another. So it's like creating the guide map that shows how data in one place corresponded to data in another place. Okay. So this is especially important when you are moving data between different system or databases to ensure the data stays consistent and accurate. So I will give one example for this data mapping actually. So now you are in India, right? So you are using the phone pay. So in the US, your brother is using, or your sister is using the phone pay. Okay. So there the time is like nothing, but now it is like uh 7:30 like that around, right? So this 7:34 is the time now, right? So for us 7:34, but in US there will be uh evening time, right? Like night time, like 9 o'clock or 9:30 like that around. So the payment done in the same phone pay. So the your brother or sister who lives in US, like i- they can see the timing around 9:34, but here you will be receiving the payment at 7:34, right? The view is 9:34 for them because that at that time only they have done with the payment, but here you receive the payment at 7:34. So there is a clash between the timing, right? So here the data place, whatever the data is there, right, in the back end. So this data they will be collaborating with each other, and they will be the timing will be US for him, and the timing will be the India for you. So here, like there is a specific time they will be they will be having there, but the view will be the different. Okay, so like 9:34 is different and 7:34 is different, and mostly it is like PM and AM, right? So when the data is migrating, like when the data is moving from one system to another system, so it will be like showcasing accurate and consistency, like whatever the time you are having, it will be showing in that way. So like this comes under the data mapping, like connection data from one source to another source. Okay, so this is how the data mapping is. And API, so application programming interface. So this application programming interface is like a set of rules and tools that allows different software application to communicate with each other. For example, we will be taking this payment only for this example. So when you are when you want to order something like in Swiggy or Zomato, so you will be choosing this UPI option, right? So actually when you want to place an order in the Zomato itself, you will be getting three options, like phone pay, Google Pay, or else UPI ID, right? Or else the wallet. You will be getting so many options, net banking also, or else if you have any like loan apps, like simple pay or else something else. So you will be getting all these options, right, for you. So here you will be choosing phone pay when you want to choose phone pay or Google Pay. So when you choose the phone pay, you will be redirecting to the phone pay, right? The application, you will be redirecting from Zomato or Swiggy to the phone pay or else Google Pay. There you will be entering your pin. Like if the pin is correct, then only the payment will be done, right? So if the pin is wrong, the payment will be unsuccessful and it will be again redirect to Zomato, and it will be showing that your order your payment is not done, and you can't order the food, or else whatever the thing product you want to order, it will be not ordered, right? So here the whatever the soft applications, they are communicating with each other, then and they are redirecting from one application to another application, and they are exchanging the information, like whether this when you enter the pin in a correct way, then this phone pay will be like doing all the process, and it will be sending to Zomato that your payment is done. And Zomato, it will be like showcasing the payment is done and order is placed. Okay, so this is how the applications communicate with each other. So this thing will be called as API, application programming interface. Okay, so these are the questions you need to write down. Okay, so this is about prep 3